Assalamu alaikum, I am your host Tanvir Creative Wala, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that everyone, and I mean everyone, has experienced, failure. But here's the twist. We're not going to see it as a dead end. We're going to reframe it as a launchpad for success. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every successful person you admire has a long list of failures they overcame. The key isn't avoiding failure, it's learning how to learn from it. It's about turning those frustrating setbacks into powerful opportunities for growth. To get a unique perspective on this, I decided to do something a little different. I sat down and had a conversation with an AI ChatGPT to get its take on failure and resilience. I asked it, what is the most logical way to process a setback?
It emphasized a three-step process: acknowledge, analyze, and act. First, acknowledge the feeling. It's okay to be disappointed, frustrated, or even sad. Don't suppress these emotions. Give yourself a moment to feel them. Trying to ignore the sting of failure only makes it worse. Acknowledging the emotional impact is the first step towards moving forward in a healthy way. It's about being honest with yourself, saying, yes, this didn't work out, and yes, that stings a bit. That honesty is your foundation. Next, analyze the situation objectively. This is where you switch from your heart to your head. ChatGPT suggested asking specific questions. What exactly went wrong? Was it a flaw in the plan? Was it a lack of resources? Was my timing off? Was there a skill I was missing? Be a detective in your own story. Don't just say, I failed. Pinpoint the specific elements that led to the outcome. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about understanding the mechanics of what happened. When you can identify the root cause, you gain incredible power. You're no longer a victim of circumstances. You're a student of the process. And finally, the most crucial step, act. Based on your analysis, create a new plan of action. This is where the magic happens. Your failure has just given you a priceless roadmap of what not to do. Maybe you need to learn a new skill, find a mentor, adjust your strategy, or simply try again with a different approach. The key is to take that new knowledge and apply it. Don't let the fear of failing again paralyze you. Action is the antidote to despair. Even a small step forward is a victory. This cycle of acknowledge, analyze, and act turns failure from a stumbling block into a stepping stone.
I also asked ChatGPT for a famous example of this in action.
It brought up the story of Thomas Edison. When asked about his thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This is the mindset of a true innovator. Each failure was a data point, a lesson learned. He wasn't just trying the same thing over and over. He was analyzing what went wrong and acting on that information to refine his approach. He turned each setback into an opportunity to get smarter, to get closer to his goal.
So, how can we apply this in our own lives? Whether you're a student who failed an exam, an entrepreneur whose business idea didn't take off, or an artist whose work was rejected, the principle is the same.
First, allow yourself to feel the disappointment. Don't beat yourself up. Second, sit down with a notebook and analyze what happened. Be honest and thorough. What can you learn from this experience? Third, create a new plan. What will you do differently next time? How will you use this lesson to improve? Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of your effort. It shows you're trying, you're pushing boundaries, you're in the arena. The only real failure is the one from which we learn nothing. So I encourage you today, look at your past setbacks not as scars, but as lessons. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them fuel your journey forward. Every expert was once a beginner who wasn't afraid to fail.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this new perspective on failure helps you turn your own challenges into triumphs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Until next time, stay creative and keep learning.